everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday, November 10th, and we have just a few meetings to tell you about today. Now, at 10 o'clock this morning, there is a GRF annual organizational meeting, and that will be televised right here on Village Television. And then, like I also said, it's at the boardroom and it's virtual as well. At 1:30 this afternoon is the GRF Landscape Committee, and that is in the boardroom as well as virtual. Then at 4:30 this afternoon, we have the United Mutual New Resident Orientation, and they do ask for your RSVP prior to attending that. Please send your email to information@lagunawoodsvillage.com. And then, of course, you could always follow along virtually on any of the meetings. You can go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have with us from Cure Medical Care, we have Dr. Noah Haniff, and he is here to tell us all about their services. And I was visited by the Wine Lovers Club, and Judith walks us through with her sommelier, Jeff, and we're going to talk all about different kinds of wine and the Wine Lovers Club. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We have burned off our fog already this morning, so we are looking at very nice skies today. We are going to be at a high of about 72 today, but warming up significantly for the rest of the week. Thursday, we are looking at 87.57, Friday, 88.61, Saturday, 84.61, and then dropping down to a beautiful Sunday, 79.59. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:18, and our sunset will be at 4:51. And thank you, Mark Rabinowitz, for sending in this gorgeous photo from Jerusalem. So beautiful. And if you have a photo you would like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have Cure Medical Care, so stick around.
Introducing Raya's Paradise San Clemente. Boasting a total of 50 luxurious apartments, Raya's Paradise is complete with a multitude of amenities, including a rooftop lounge, restaurant, fitness studio, outdoor courtyards, and beauty salon. Embrace the San Clemente lifestyle with stunning ocean views and the look and feel of a high-end resort. Our doors will be opening soon. Visit us online or call for more information. Raya's Paradise, a tradition of quality care.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
For more than 30 years, Active Care has been providing the highest level of care to residents with Alzheimer's or other memory loss. We specialize in memory care. That's our sole focus. With 3 levels of care and an engaging activity program, Active Care enhances life for every resident every day. Our newest community, Active Care Laguna Hills, will open this fall. We're now accepting reservations. Call 949-877-8233 to learn more.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Cure Medical Care here with us. Well, Dr. Haniff, thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning. So thank you for having me on the show today.
You're
It's great
welcome.
to be here today.
I'm glad you're here. You know,
Thank you.
I've read a little bit about your services, and it sounds extraordinary, which is wonderful, and all of our residents are going to be so excited to hear about it. But before we get into that, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been practicing primary care for over 10 years. I've practiced in all different states, Florida, Chicago, here in Southern California. I worked with all sorts of communities and different departments in the hospitals, such as urgent cares, ICU, primary care offices. And with all those, you know, my goal has always been to give the best quality, accessible, convenient care to all my patients, and to keep it simple and so it makes sense to them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you know, that's a little bit about me there.
So it led you to wanting to be more of a personalized situation. Now, sometimes when we go to the doctor, you know, you do feel a little rushed. It does feel like they only have 15 minutes to spend with you, and then they rush you right out, right?
Right.
So how is your services, how are they different than something like that?
Right. So I've been very successful in setting up a lot of brick and mortar practices around Southern California. But you know, there's always been a limitation. We can't access as many people as we like and be able to provide our quality services. So with this pandemic, you know, I had this vision, but with this pandemic, I took the step forward and decided to offer this mobile medical services.
Okay.
So our goal is to give the best quality, accessible, convenient care to the patient's doorstep, either at their home or at their office.
So you have a mobile unit. Now, do you have multiple mobile units or just one?
So we have multiple mobile units. We've started here in the Orange County, and we've dedicated mobile units specific to different regions in the Orange County, and we are gradually growing towards the rest of Southern California.
Okay, and then who mans those? I mean, obviously you have a driver. Do you have the doctor that is within that mobile unit and a nurse, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we have, each unit has a medical assistant who is the personal care coordinator, which I'll tell you guys more about in a minute. And it also has either a physician or a nurse practitioner in the unit.
Okay, good. And then how does it work? I mean, obviously people are so used to, you know, calling their primary physician for an appointment. They've already got the insurance. You know, how does your services work?
Yeah, so, you know, the first thing is we're very accessible. So our members can access us 24/7 through telephone services and telehealth services. If they need to be seen at their site, we can get to them within 24 to 48 hours. And so we make it very accessible. And we can go either to their work or to their home. So they don't have to be constrained to one location.
Okay, so now is this something that, if you said within 24 to 48 hours, so I'm assuming this is, it's not emergency services?
No, we're not emergency services or transportation services. We mainly focus on primary care.
Okay, all right. And then who would be your ideal candidate for something like this?
You know, everyone is an ideal candidate, but we are noticing that, you know, there's a trend in elderly patients. They're benefiting significantly from the services because, you know, in our system today, it's, you know, there's a lot of uncoordination and complexities in the system, and we assign a healthcare coordinator to seniors to manage their healthcare. So we've seen a significant benefit from that, and you know, we keep everything organized so we make sure they achieve all their health goals.
Well, it was a perfect time for you to decide to do this because more people, unfortunately, have refrained from going to the hospital, refrained from going to their doctor's appointments because they're just scared to death. And so this was a perfect time for you to do that. And it's a really nice service, like you said, for them to be right at their doorstep. But it is a membership, so it is something that you would sign up for, correct?
Yes. So it's a membership. There's no initiation fees. There's no contracts, no cancellation fees. You don't even have to have insurance. We don't charge co-pays, we don't charge deductibles, and we don't even charge your insurance. So this is a primary care service, but it's not insurance. And within that service, everything's included. All the, you know, the telehealth, the telephone services, the mobile medical services, unlimited. We also do blood tests, which are included with the membership. So you're not going to get a bill from the laboratory for it. And then we assign a healthcare coordinator that will manage the healthcare. We have an app that you can track all your healthcare through. And you can access us through the app anytime.
Wow. So now you've been doing this just for the past year or so?
About a year. I mean, the idea has been there for many years. Like I said, I just took the leap of faith and just, you know, started it just recently. So.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, it is, like you said, a really great service where you can just let people know that they can come straight to your door. And the fact that you have, multiple physicians or nurse practitioners is nice too. And I'm imagining that they enjoy it as well because they don't feel like it's a process where you keep bringing people in and making them go through.
No, it's great because we're able to do what we love doing, which is taking care of patients, giving them enough time, and not getting overwhelmed with, all the rushing. So it's a great system for both the patients as well as the providers. Okay. And, with this coordination, we can get the best health outcome.
That is great. Yeah. That is really a nice idea. Now, let me ask you this. How do you recruit your doctors and nurse practitioners?
Like I said, I've been in the medical community for so many years. So we are recruiting newer graduates that are more up to date in their knowledge and research, and we're also working with the community and getting talented doctors.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Great. Well, and one last thing. So if there was emergency services, would you be able to steer them in the right direction? Like, are you working with the local hospitals here?
Right. So we're not just, you are primary care, but we help with the day-to-day care. Okay. So if someone has an urgent question or urgent need, we will definitely assist them in the best way possible and coordinate their care. So if you need to get them to an urgent care, we'll kind of assist them in that.
Perfect. Well, it's kind of like, it's nice because you can handhold everybody with what they need. That's great. Now, if they wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
People can reach us through our phone number, the 833-CURE-MD1, and also our website, which is curemedicalcare.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for the information. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can call 1-833-287-3631. We'll be right back after this.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Judith Akonsky, who is here on behalf of the Wine Lovers Club of Laguna Woods, and we have Jeff Champion, who is here on behalf of Ray's Place Fine Wine. Well, welcome both of you, and I'm so happy we were able to have you in person.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Well, we have a lovely spread here for all of you, and before we get into all of this deliciousness, Judith, let's talk to you about what is the Wine Lovers Club.
The Wine Lovers Club is a place where people come together, they break some bread, they share a glass of wine. Some of the people don't even drink and they share a Pepsi, or we have a few guys that are staunch Scotch drinkers.
Right.
And we have wine education. We learn about food pairings and the wines that go well with the foods. Mm-hmm. And I think people just love it because it's a time where they can kind of get to know their neighbors and meet new friends.
Right.
I think that's the success of our club.
Well, and you mentioned you started out with 35 members. Now you're up to what, like around 200?
We're about shy, maybe 5 of 300.
Holy smokes, that's amazing. Well, that's great. I mean, you obviously put together events and things, which we'll talk about in just a bit. And Jeff, tell me a little bit about yourself and Ray's Place.
Sure. So we're just over 2 years old. We are a concierge wine business. We do delivery. And Judy and I met, just a little bit before the lockdown. And so we came on board right as that happened, and we started doing virtual tastings with them and stuff like that. So we kind of cut our teeth with Laguna Woods like during that time. But beyond that, like I said, we offer delivery. I'm a wine educator, have been for about 20 years. And so we do events and, we do gifts for clients and stuff like that. And I mean, pretty much the only thing we don't do is a retail shop.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, and obviously you have the connection with the Wine Lovers Club, so we can learn all about fabulous wines.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about some events that you had during the time that last few months. you guys had an Oktoberfest.
Yes, we've only met in person now 3 times. About a week and a half ago, we had our 2nd annual Oktoberfest. We use it as our kickoff for our membership. We had authentic German wines, German food, German music. And I really want to give a shout out to thank a gentleman by the name of Scott Cibola. Turns out he's a Laguna Woods resident, and he owns an establishment called Game Craft.
Oh.
And he and his wife heard about the wine club, and they very generously donated all the beer for the Oktoberfest.
Oh, wasn't that great?
So it was a real fun event, and plus, at the end, we all went out to the patio and danced to the music of the Nomads.
Oh, I love it. Isn't that fun? Oktoberfest is always such a good time. Then you guys also took a trip out to Temecula.
That was our very first thing we did. About 55 of us jumped on a bus and went to various wineries in Temecula. We probably had a little bit too much fun.
Well, that's what happens. You know, they just keep pouring you those little wine samples, and by the end, you don't know how many you've had, right?
But I think a fun club is a busy club. So
Exactly.
we've done a lot in the 3 months that we're back to being a club.
That is awesome. And, you know, going out to Temecula, do you guys get a shuttle bus, or how does that work?
We go ahead and order a regular bus.
Okay.
And it's the same gentleman that we've used when we were open up before to take us to the port for when we had our cruise.
Love it.
So it's very comfortable, huge bus, has a restroom, and
Oh, that's a good thing, because after all that wine, you might have to be visiting that restroom on the way back. That's great. Well, excellent. So let's talk about some of your upcoming things, and then we'll get to our tasting. So you've got a holiday tasting come up in which you're going to be giving a presentation. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll be working with another group to do it. Usually I do the presentations by myself. I deliver out all the wine to everybody beforehand, and then we all kind of, like you said, we all congregate, and I do the presentations. This year we have a director from the Orange County Wine Society coming in. Yeah, so she and I have worked really well together to pair up wines that are from wineries that have submitted to the Orange County Fair in 2021. So we're going to showcase some of those wines. They're going to do the presentation, and for a change, I get to hobnob.
Ooh, nice.
I get to hang out and have fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell me about what's going to happen other than what he just mentioned.
okay, well, we're going to meet November 30th at Clubhouse 2 at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And as Jeff says, we're going to welcome Carolyn Christian. She's the Director of Education for the Orange County Wine Society. And she will be presenting wines for Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's.
Okay.
And the club will be providing holiday foods to pair with those wines.
Okay.
And then my sidekick, Kathy Gaskins, she's going to do a huge raffle
Nice.
of wine type of gifts to get us in the spirit of gift giving.
Oh,
so I
that's
think
great.
it'll be a real fun event.
It sounds great. Now let's just remind people that is going to be happening November 30th, right? Because you guys
Yes.
go dark in December.
Right.
Okay, well, there's a lot of holidays, you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to keep up. That's
Right.
awesome. Okay, good. And then, real quick, let's touch on next year. So you guys are already preparing for a giant cruise.
Yes,
love
we
it.
are. We're, like I say, we try to stay busy. We think our members like that. And so we will be going on the brand new Discovery Princess on October 1st.
Wow.
And we're going to take a 7-day coastal cruise.
Nice.
As I kind of discussed with different members, everybody expressed the opinion that for their very first cruise experience since the pandemic, they felt comfortable being on a cruise that was primarily in the United States.
Oh, that's a good idea. How many people?
Well, we just started advertising last week. I think by now we have maybe 8-10 couples so far.
Okay, what's the maximum?
I think we could go up to 30-40 cabins if we wanted
Oh,
to.
you can. Oh, that's
Yeah,
great. And that
yeah.
looks like a nice ship. I haven't heard about that one. So
It's
that looks
brand
great.
new.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes out next year.
Okay.
And then, as you said, we'll be dark in December. And then we moved to our new home in January.
Oh.
We've pretty much grown out of Clubhouse 2, so we're finally getting Clubhouse 5.
Oh, good for you. That's great. Well, excellent news. All right, let's talk about what we have here. Obviously, a couple of wines, and I'm going to let you take it away.
Sure. So, with the holidays coming up, we obviously wine kind of takes focus, right? And, everybody seems to have their own favorites. We get a lot of Cabernet, a lot of Chardonnay, a lot of Pinot Noir, just these kind of real common varietals. And you know, what I like to do as part of being an educator is obviously, you know, trying to open up people's eyes to some other things.
Okay.
So we have a couple of wines to look at today with a little bit of cured meat and some cheese. But we've got a couple of wines that you may or may not really be familiar with. So our white wine today is a Riesling.
Okay.
It is actually a Riesling from California. It finishes really dry. It does have a little bit of sweetness to it because that's pretty typical for the grape.
Right.
But you know, really the sense of a great Riesling is its ability to finish dry.
Oh.
And when that happens, it makes it really, really food friendly.
Okay.
So this is a single vineyard Riesling from Monterey. And as you try it, you will see there's just a little bit of sweetness on the front of it, but it doesn't stay there. And that makes it really, really good for this brie, for instance. It's a fantastic pairing with brie, but it also should move over and work really well with the prosciutto as well.
Okay, well, it smells very nice.
Yeah.
I like the smell. Now, you're right about the Riesling. I always thought maybe Riesling was like a dessert wine.
So, and a lot of times it can be, depending on the style of Riesling, when they get into off-dry, they get very sweet.
Okay.
This is considered a dry style, so this is a dry Riesling, excuse me. And the thing that's really cool about this wine, beyond what we're doing here today, this is a sneaky, sneaky, amazing white wine pairing for
Sneaky.
Thanksgiving.
I've never heard of a wine that's sneaky.
That's what I call it, and some of my friends in the industry call it. It's sneaky good because you're not expecting Riesling to pair so well with Thanksgiving dinner, but it does. It goes well with stuffing, with the sage and everything with stuffing.
Right.
It goes beautifully with turkey. It has some wonderful acidity that breaks through some of the heavier things like gravy and potatoes and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really, really great pairing for Thanksgiving, and not a lot of people realize that.
I love it.
Very good.
And you know, I would never think of having Riesling with the actual dinner itself. So I really do think this is pleasant, very pleasant. What do you think?
Good. It's very good. We had a Riesling, of course, with our Oktoberfest, and that was really good also.
Yeah, and one quick last thing about this. One of the things that I always try to do with my clients is the very first wine that we have or they have in an evening usually should be something that you can start with casually among friends. You know, as your guests are arriving, oftentimes it's a bubble of some sort, like a sparkling, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a rosé. It can be something like this Riesling.
Okay.
Just a little bit of sweetness, and you carry it over with you right into dinner.
Oh, it's delicious. All right, I love it. And then what about the red? What do you have?
So this red is another really sneaky good
Another
holiday
sneaky
wine. Yes,
I know, I'm
absolutely.
beginning to think we should only be having sneaky wines.
Well, that's what my job. My job is to show you sneaky wines. Otherwise, there's no fun in it. Everybody just stays with their Pinots and their Cabs and stuff. This is Beaujolais.
Yeah.
But this is a very special Beaujolais. This is not Nouveau Beaujolais that comes out, it usually comes out the third Thursday of every November, cannot come out before then. It is part of the law of Nouveau Beaujolais. The thing with Nouveau is it gets made very quickly, and it oftentimes has this kind of bubblegummy sweetness to it. Oh. And a lot of people really like that. That's great. This is a very serious Beaujolais. This has a lot of minerality coming out of it. There's a tremendous amount of limestone in the soil that these vineyards come from. So you get this beautiful minerality. It's kind of bright and fresh. When you pair it with something a little bit more unctuous like the salami and the prosciutto, that acidity is going to work hand in hand, and it's going to keep your palate nice and fresh.
That is nice. You know, it's very light. I would expect something, because, you know, I mean, like you said, you start off with a lighter wine, and then you move into something a little heavier.
Yeah.
So at what point in the evening would you have this?
This would, okay, so honestly, we all have friends that don't drink white.
Right.
This is another great starter wine, and it will also move really well into food. This also goes really well with things like cranberries, with turkey, with gravy, because again, it's got that beautiful, that minerality and that acidity in the wine that really kind of helps cut through the richness of the food.
Right. What do you think? Do you like?
It's good.
I think I am, between the two, I'm partial. I think I like the Riesling.
Yeah.
Just maybe because I'm more of a sweeter.
Sure. Yeah. Everybody's palate is different. I talk with my clients about this all the time. You know, I am usually not prone to tell you what to taste in a wine or things like that.
Right.
Really, because your palate is yours.
Right. Perfect.
This would be good also with appetizers where it's salami, cheese.
100%.
Yeah.
Ham, your ham dinner, fantastic.
Well, I love it. Well, you guys are awesome. Let's bring up your slide. Anyone wants to know all about the Laguna Woods Wine Lovers Club, they can call the number That is 949-837-2273, and they can learn all about wine.
That's right, and if I may,
Yes.
I just want to invite everyone to come to our new home, Clubhouse 5. It's going to be the second Wednesday of every month.
Okay.
We're going to keep the 6 o'clock time.
Okay.
So our very first wine meeting for January will be January 12th, 6 p.m., Clubhouse 5, and we will be welcoming Kirk Green from Total Wine.
Oh, great. That's perfect. Well, wonderful. Well, cheers. Thank you so much to both of you.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having me, both
Thank
of
you
you.
for the education, and good luck on all of your activities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And remember, if you want more information about the Laguna Woods Wine Lovers Club, you can call them at 837-2273. Cheers. Welcome back. Well, we have a few announcements for you for tomorrow because there are many things that are going to be closed in honor of Veterans Day. So tomorrow, the Community Services Building, the majority of it is closed. However, our call center is open, so you can call resident services from 8 to 5 p.m. and someone will accept your phone call. And then the only other thing that is open here in the building is the Community Fitness Center from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then I just wanted to go over the clubhouses. You can see there that the Performing Arts Center and Clubhouse 4, 6, and 7 are closed, and the others are open for a period of time. And then the pools are going to be open. Pool 1, 2, and 4 is open. However, Pool 5 is closed for annual maintenance, and Pool 6 is closed for the season. So I just wanted to go over those with you. But we will have a ThisDay, a special Veterans Day ThisDay tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather before we head out. It is looking quite nice today, and the rest of the week is warming up to kind of unusual temperatures for this time of year. We are looking at temperatures of 72.55 today, 87.57, 88.61, then we're dropping back down, 84.61, and 79.59. Have a great day in the village. We will see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m., like I mentioned, for a special Veterans Day episode. Have a great day in the village. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Vince Ferragamo. I spent some of my best years as an NFL quarterback, but today I've got a new team, and we're helping seniors who spent their best years fighting for our country, defending our freedom, and informing the nation. Our hometown heroes need help. AgeWell Senior Services is their lifeline. Nonprofit AgeWell can do all of this because you care enough to give. Please join me in supporting AgeWell. Donate today.
I would like my patient to have a very positive experience, one that they feel comfortable, they feel it's a safe environment. For me, I feel a personal relationship is the most important, more than the actual dentistry itself. I can earn their trust and they can feel comfortable, and it allows me to do my job the best. And that means a lot to me.